Thomas H. Selberg, from Bloomington, Illinois, served in the 101st Airborne Division at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, 1980 to 1983.
Staff Sergeant John Finnegan, U.S. Army. I'm from Pontiac, Illinois, currently serving in Marseilles, Illinois with Bravo Company 766 Brigade Engineer Battalion.
Jim Moniger from Bloomington, Illinois. I was in the U.S. Navy.
My name is Patrick Schmid. I was in the United States Air Force from 2000 to 2004 and served as an aircraft mechanic on the KC-10.
My name is Stephen Ray Wagner. When I was in, I retired currently with 20 years and 3 months, Staff Sergeant.
My name is Justin Arvin. I'm United States Marine Corps retired Staff Sergeant. I served from June 2000 to September 2015.
I was looking for a direction in my life. I love this country. I love it dearly, and wanted to give something back.
Growing up in America, I felt like I owed a debt that you could only really repay by serving and making sure you give back to a country that gives to you.
I joined the military in October of 1965. I finally went to boot camp in February of '66, and I joined because of the Vietnam War.
It was the chance to actually work on airplanes. I've always enjoyed airplanes, and I was going to have a chance to experience that up front and give back to the community and everything in serving.
From personal experience, my unit went to Afghanistan. Not everybody came home. It was really hard, so it still affects me. So I don't like to think about it. I like to just kind of put that away, bring it out every once in a while, but you have to deal with it when it's in front of you, and then you move on and you wait for days like Memorial Day or Veterans Day, and those are the days you think about it, but you think about the good times you had with those people and you move on.
First thing I knew, I was asleep, and they called a fire party out at sea in a war zone, and that doesn't happen. And all of a sudden it went to general quarters, and we headed to general quarters stations. And as I was putting my shoes on, the first bomb went off. And I was well forward of midships, and even where I was at, it felt as if the ship went up in the air about 10 feet.
We all saw what we saw, and you learn to deal with it, and I think it makes you a better person.
Well, I got the Army Volunteer Service Award. That was for all the volunteer work I did while I was overseas. We went out to the Afghan people, out to the villages, brought the relief supplies there, be it flour, rice, beans, blankets, water, and writing utensils and coloring books for the kids and other little toys.
For me, it was being able to travel the world and interact with people from different cultures, hearing them talk about themselves and their environment and culture and how they perceive things. It gives a better understanding of where everything kind of fits in life.
There are days when I miss it. Wished I could still be there with the guys. I would go in a heartbeat if it meant that some other young man didn't have to go.
You have this fraternity, this now includes females, that you know that they have been through something that you have been through and no one else has.
You should always want to do the best you can, and you should want to help the people that are around you so that everybody's lives are better. I think that, as Americans, we owe that to each other.
To all the veterans out there, I say thank you. I mean, I wouldn't have gotten to where I am without your sacrifices before I could sacrifice right next to you. To all the actives and the wannabes, just do it. Just keep your head up and keep pushing forward. Although it is a job, it's a great job, and it's one that whether you do 4 years or 20, you've earned respect no matter where you go.
Thank you, brothers and sisters. I love you, and I appreciate everything you're doing for me.
Continue to keep up the good work and make United States proud.
Don't give up. Keep on looking. There's always a silver lining somewhere. Sometimes you got to flip the cloud upside down a few times to find it, though.